Okay guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at TSLA, Tesla stock. On Friday, it did close at 175, 1.83% down. So before we get started, not a financial advice, purely for entertainment purposes only. So this is a weekly chart that I'm watching here. On my chart, you can see 2021 all-time highs and 2022 lower high, 2023 another lower high, and 2024 we almost tested this level basically at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, but stock came down. So what I'm watching from here for TSLA, so if we go back, like zoom in 1 year performance of the Tesla, if you bought Tesla exactly 1 year ago at these levels, you would be flat. So these are the levels, which is 170, 167, 165. This is the support area I'm watching for TSLA. And another thing for TSLA, well, this stock is down year to date 30%, 29%. Let's take a look at right here, 29.5 year to date. Worst performing stock in S&P 500, in an entire S&P 500. 29.5. So on one side, people might think that, hey, instead of chasing a lot of big semis that are just running away at crazy valuations, why wouldn't I just start buying TSLA? It sounds like a pretty good discount. Well, very well may be if you think that way, but I'm a short-term trader and I look at the stocks from an ultra short-term perspective. I'm not like an investor who can predict what's going to happen from 5 years from now, 10 years from now. No, I remember people predicting the stock would be $4 trillion by 2025 or 2027, something like that. But no, I cannot do such predictions. Ultra short term, what I can say, stock is making lower highs, lower lows. If it's going to make another lower here, well, technically on a weekly chart, it's a lowest close. In my opinion, it can roll over. How low can it go? Well, I think if it does not hold this level, which is not really like of a significant support, but it's a support, it can come straight back down to $100. Market capitalization of TSLA at the moment, let's take a look, 500 something billion. Just let's be precise and show it to you guys. 558 billion at 175 right now. How about Toyota TM, which is trading at its all-time highs, 327 billion. Just to put on perspective, okay? And let's switch to ultra short term on a dailies. Let's have a look at what I was watching last time I updated this video. So on a daily chart last time when I talked about this one, I was watching this flag pattern right here. And I was saying that it can either go higher, test 200-day moving average, or if it's going to be flag, it can just come test this 175. This is exactly where we are sitting. And last Friday, which is March 8th, option activity on Tesla was the second highest. If you take a look at this chart right here, Nvidia 4 million volume, TSLA traded 2.4 million options, and basically 60% of the contracts that were traded that day, that particular day on Friday, were calls, 40% puts. And usually it's hard, just like I said, with these big large cap names, it is very hard to define clearly if people are not attacking certain strike price to the upside or downside. It is hard to tell if people are selling those calls or if people are buying those calls. But if we just take a look at these spread, not spreads, like naked puts, like looks like largest orders were puts despite call volume being high, I'm going to consider those calls being sold. And just given the chart of the stock, I'm going to consider all these puts being purchased. I think all these people are positioning to the downside, and most of them short term. But I have showed you guys before that drop that you should go take a look at December 2024, where people were coming in for 150 puts. Let's have a look if that open interest is still there and if they haven't closed that position. Take a look at the strike, 150, expiration December 24, and you can consider it as a hedge however you want. But somebody came in and they bought very, very large size Tesla 150 December put, and it's still open. They haven't closed it yet. So for me right here, right now, from trader's perspective, again, not a financial advice, this stock can go lower and can go all the way to 152, 167 first, 165, 152. But for the rest of the year, again, I'm not gonna make a prediction, but if it breaks these levels, I will be watching as a support $100 level for TSLA. You can also draw as a downtrend support here if you want. I've seen people watch this support area, but I don't do that. I don't watch. I mean, you can definitely draw a support line like this and say, okay, this is in this channel, in this support channel, but as long as it, even if it drips, as long as it holds this support, it can bounce anytime possible. But we'll see what I think the pivotal level would be April 17th, scheduled earnings. That's when it will be. I mean, until then, it can definitely hover around and drift lower to 150s, 160s. But that will be the pivotal if this will break 154, 152. But that's the update. I don't want to make this video too long. Subscribe. See you in the next one.